3, 2, 1. Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna, this is my mom Gina.
He is the journalist.
And she is the enthusiast.
I'm enthusiastic because it's late November, it's fall, and it's gorgeous outside.
It's gorgeous. We just got done with Thanksgiving. We're super excited about that. We got a chance to be with the family and overate way too much, but you know, that's part of the holidays.
We ate beans, greens, potatoes,
exactly.
Lambs, rams, bogs. I don't know what she said. You name it!
If you guys haven't seen that yet, it's all over the internet. It's awesome.
It's hilarious.
Well, okay. Well, we want to start our show with our Boneheads segment, and that's what we're going to do today. Our show is going to be based around the Boneheads. We've got 4 of them.
Yes.
As you guys know the format, we'll talk about them, then we'll rank them. Least Bonehead to the #1 Bonehead. And so let's go right into it. So with just the first one, we're going to talk about Josh Norman and Dez Bryant getting into it. As you guys know, Josh Norman is one of the better premier corners in the NFL right now, and he's done a pretty good job. This guy has really worked his butt off, his tail off to get to where he's at in his career.
Got a huge contract.
Big chip on his shoulder. Yeah, he just got a huge contract. Yes, last year, he was with the Carolina Panthers, helped try to get them a Super Bowl. And so he was on the franchise year, so everyone knows after the season ends up concluding, you're a free agent. And so
he went and got his money.
He went and got his money. So he's now out there in Washington, but now he gets to play the Cowboys twice a year, and we all know the Cowboys have Dez Bryant, who is a character within his own right. So you got 2 premier athletes going at it. So
Dez Bryant can catch that ball. So
he can, but he's a character. Let's not. No one gets a pass on that. He's always out there. He was on Boneheads last time. So, but we're talking about Josh Norman. So. Him and Dez got into it, exchanged words after the game, and it was just overkill, just a little too much, and so Josh Norman's on the list for that.
He is. Well, then we also have your friend Swaggy P. Who we've been a couple of weeks. We had a little time off for the holiday, but Swaggy P a week ago was playing OKC. And he's going to go ahead and steal the ball from his own player, then travel. I mean, literally, go watch them. He walks 4 or 5 steps and then takes the shot for the game winner at the buzzer. But how you going to steal the ball from your own player? Yeah,
now it was a crazy play. He ended up scoring and ended up winning, right? They won the game because of that play. So it's a little weird to be like, oh my gosh, but you guys still won. But the point is, you stole the basketball.
We'll get into it. We're
from
just
your own team.
I'm going to talk about this one. What else you got?
Well, yeah, so we all know in college football we had a Michigan-Ohio State game this past weekend.
Great.
Phenomenal game, great game.
Classic.
The Ohio State fan base set a record, an attendance record, 110,000 people at Ohio Stadium. Great game.
I wonder if their phones were working in there.
I have no idea. That's a lot of people.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, people that added to that attendance was LeBron James and some of his teammates. There was Tristan Thompson, and there was a couple other guys from the Cavs that were there, and so.
But they weren't just there; they were
Richard
in the
Jefferson.
end zone.
No, they were there in their VIP. I'm on the sideline. I'm on the end zone. I'm playing catch. Everyone knew that they were there, and matter of fact, the Ohio State football team was wearing his cleats. He actually made special cleats. His new basketball shoes were converted into cleats, so the Ohio State football team was wearing LeBron shoes.
Which should be a bonehead in and of itself. Football players should not be wearing basketball players cleats. All right, moving on.
Anyways,
and then last but certainly not least, my favorite boneheads. He used to be Johnny Manziel, would make it almost every week.
Yeah, he was on quite a bit.
But Usain Bolt is the gift that just keeps on giving. This fool, not only is he a cheater, in our opinion, who we know he's cheating, he's a cheater on the track and in life. And he's been cheating on his girl, his longtime girlfriend, his fiance, been busted all over the world cheating. So then he comes out and to exonerate himself, gives an interview that says, yes, womanizing is just part of the culture of Jamaica. We cheat. That's what men do.
Wow, that's
as if you couldn't be more of a D-bag.
Sounds like he's bragging a little bit there.
Oh, he's an idiot. Okay, let's look.
Yeah, so we've introduced the 4 boneheads. So now we'll go ahead and talk about them individually. We'll spend just a little bit of time, a few seconds apiece on each category or each person. To start us off with, I was talking about
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman and Des Bryant conflict and conversation. You know, we all love competitive sports. We all understand that tempers flare and tensions are high. But there does come a point in time where you have to say enough is enough, and you've crossed the line. And everyone toes the line. You kind of step on it, but when you go all the way over, and I think it's just between the two of them. Both of them are highly competitive athletes, and it's just a bad look when at the end of the game you guys are still chirping and talking stuff through the media and all that. So to me, I didn't think that was a good look, but that's why they're on the Boneheads list this week.
Well, let me tell you why I'm happy that you put Josh Norman on the Bonehead. Because here is the thing. For those of you who don't know, or if you're new to this or whatever, Josh Norman had beef, and I'm talking about huge beef, with Odell Beckham Jr., who played for the Giants. That's when Josh Norman was with Carolina. So last year he's with the Panthers, and he and ODB would not just be going at it. I mean, they're like,
yeah, they're fighting.
You know, they're doing the, the Fred Sanford fisticuffs, talking trash before the game, slamming each other down during the game, talking trash after the game. Okay, so there you go. Now he gets moved over to Washington, gets his big contract, yada, yada. Now all of a sudden he's doing the exact same thing with Des Bryant. This reminds me of rappers who were hot for a second, but they start to see their songs go down the charts. Guess what they do? They come out with a rap song calling somebody else out. Kanye isn't popular, so now I'm going to call out Beyonce. Or now I'm going to have a fight with, back in the day, Biggie and two. You just start calling each other out. I feel like Josh Norman needs to just play. And now instead of it being him and ODB, now it's him and Des Bryant. It's right. What's it going to be next week? He's going to get into a Travis Kelce?
Yeah, like, I mean, this guy's got a history of getting into it with people.
I just feel like it's a gimmick.
Him and Des got into it last year in Thanksgiving as well. So yeah, this is who he is.
But he was on the news week after week for him and ODB, and now it's him and Des. Josh, you don't have to be like a rapper. Quit trying to find beef with whoever it is. Just play your game.
Yeah.
That's nonsense. Well, then I think I elevated my friend Swaggy P. Now he went from your friend to my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't stand the young man. I'm a Lakers fan, but it's like, dude, just play. It wasn't just that he took the game-winning shot. It wasn't that he traveled, because we know that traveling doesn't exist. Watch LeBron's 8 steps a game. It was that the play was designed. They were around the perimeter. They get the ball in, and they're moving the ball. Person to person, person. Luke Walton is doing a great job, and they're swinging it, and they're making the defense move. The ball is coming back to Swaggy's teammate. He knows where it's going. He jumps in front of his teammate, travels, and then shoots it. Now, he did make the game-winning shot, but son, why are you stealing the ball? And then gave the post-game interview and admitted. He said, yeah, no, that play was supposed to be for somebody else, but I really wanted the shot, so I just jumped in there and took it.
Yeah, that's Swaggy P for you. I don't have much else
You don't have it good, but let's move on.
I'm just going to quickly go ahead with the Michigan State Michigan-Ohio State game. That's just, to me, that was a phenomenal game. The reason why we put it on the Boneheads was just because of the fact that LeBron was there. And it's great that LeBron's there, but instead of being up in the box, I guess it's his right to be a fan because he wanted to go to Ohio State, but it's like, they were sitting there acting like they were getting ready to get in the NFL tryout or something like that. I heard people were talking about them still, joking around about college eligibility. Well, guess what? All that talent that you guys have, why didn't you just go ahead and play college football? Why didn't you go to a university and actually play the game?
But hasn't LeBron, wasn't he all over the World Series? I feel like y'all are doing too much. And why you got to be in the end zone? It's bad. I guess he didn't get enough publicity sitting up in the stands at the World Series. So now every time there's something, you're just going to pop up.
I just feel like he should have played football. How about that?
How about that?
That's why.
And then last but not least, of course, Usain Bolt. You're an idiot. Womanizing is not a cultural thing. It shows a lack of respect for both yourself and the women in your lives. And any woman who's dumb enough to sleep with you is an idiot too.
And you should hold yourself to higher standards than that, Usain Bolt. I'm sorry, that's not right. Especially someone that is a gold medalist and
he's a cheater,
an ambassador to your country.
He's a cheater. He has no standards. All right, let me give you my quick.
All right, go ahead and start us off.
Well, I'm going to start at the bottom, which is Swaggy P, because I don't even want to give him any kind of credit at all. Then I'm going to move up the line, and I'm going to say Josh Norman. Come on, buddy. You're better than that. Then I'm going up to number 2, Bonehead Cavaliers. Can y'all just show up at the basketball arena? Do I need to see you every time I turn on any championship game? Get over it. And number 1 is always for me, Usain Bolt. You're an idiot. You're a cheater. Womanizing is not a cultural phenomenon. It's a sign of weakness and insecurity and probably a small genitalia.
Well, I will go ahead and follow up by going least to number 1. he's always going to be on the list. So Usain Bolt's going to go number 4 for me. Then I will go LeBron James as the number 3. And then also Swaggy P, that's number 2. That's just unacceptable. But then number 1, I think it is Dez and Josh Norman. They've got to be able to conduct themselves better. At some point in time, you got to say, hey, we're still professionals, and we still have lives and families, and you don't want to go out like that. And so during the game, in between the white lines, that's fine. But to me, that one is the number 1. So, you know, there's a pretty good, there's a list, you know. So
I could go on all day about several of those.
Exactly.
LeBron, Usain.
Well,
anyway.
we just want to say we appreciate your time, and we'll have much more from us on OTD. And we want to say thanks for watching, folks.